May 2025, Donald Trump is back in the White House, and with his return comes the revival of a familiar weapon, tariffs. This time the target is not just China, it's Europe, and in the crosshairs, one of America's most iconic companies, Apple. The Trump administration has officially announced a 50% import tariff on all goods coming from the European Union, from German cars to French wine, Italian machinery to Irish pharmaceuticals. Nothing is safe. And in a move that's already rattling markets, Apple has been warned, manufacture abroad and you'll pay the price. We will make in America, not in China, not in India, not in Germany. Here, at home, Trump declared at a recent press conference. His message clear, his strategy aggressive, his timing impeccable or dangerous, depending on who you ask. Apple, which shifted a significant portion of its production to India and Vietnam to reduce dependence on China, now finds itself in a difficult position. According to the new policy, any iPhones or Macs made outside the US will face a 25% tariff if sold in the American market, Apple's biggest consumer base. This is huge, says economist Dr. Rachel Lynn. This could raise iPhone prices by $200 to $300 per unit unless Apple absorbs the hit, which they won't. Consumers will feel this almost immediately. For Europe, the blow is equally painful. Germany's auto industry, a billion-dollar export machine, stands to lose billions in American sales. French luxury brands, once beloved in Manhattan and Beverly Hills, could soon become 50% more expensive. It's not just a trade policy, it's economic warfare. The European Union wasted no time. EU Trade Commissioner Annelies Weber called the tariffs a hostile act and vowed swift and proportional retaliation. Talks of counter-tariffs on American tech, agriculture, and even Hollywood content are already underway. Markets responded with panic. Nasdaq dropped 3.2% in a single day. Apple lost $88 billion in market cap within hours. European indexes suffered similar shocks. And amid all this, consumer confidence is already slipping. Trump's tariff wave is more than a policy. It's a message to the world that the age of free trade is over and a new era of economic nationalism is here. Whether it brings prosperity or pain, one thing is certain: the global economy is about to be tested like never before. May 24, 2025, a night that Kyiv will never forget. At precisely 2:17 a.m., the skies above Ukraine's capital erupted in fire. Russia unleashed one of its most aggressive and coordinated airstrikes since the beginning of the war in 2022. Drones, hypersonic missiles, cruise weapons, the full arsenal. The attack wasn't just military, it was psychological. 15 civilians were reported injured. Multiple residential and administrative buildings caught fire. Emergency services raced against time, navigating rubble and smoke, trying to pull survivors out of destroyed structures. It wasn't just an attack, it was a statement. But why now, and why with such intensity? For weeks, intelligence reports had warned of a new Russian offensive. Satellite imagery showed increased movement of artillery and air units in the Belgorod and Kursk regions. Yet few expected an assault of this magnitude directly on Kyiv. President Volodymyr Zelensky responded swiftly. In a televised address, he declared the attack an act of terror against civilians and vowed retaliation. "We will defend our sky, our soil, and our sovereignty inch by inch," he said. Ukraine's air defenses intercepted a number of incoming threats, but not all. Experts say Russia may have used decoy drones to overwhelm Kyiv's Iron Dome-style systems, letting precision missiles slip through undetected. The world reacted quickly. The United Nations Security Council held an emergency session. NATO condemned the attack, calling it a dangerous escalation. US Secretary of State issued a strong warning, saying Russia will face consequences for this unprovoked aggression. But what do consequences really mean in today's geopolitics? Analysts believe this strike is about more than just territory. It's a signal. With battlefield momentum slipping, Moscow may be trying to break Ukrainian morale and international willpower, a kind of high-stakes political theater performed with missiles. But Kyiv stands firm. In interviews conducted hours after the attack, residents were shaken but not broken. "This is our home," one man said. "We're not going anywhere." Morning came with smoke still billowing from the city's western districts, but so did resolve. Schools opened underground, volunteers distributed aid. The spirit of resistance remained untouched. This was not just a military assault. It was an assault on hope, on humanity, on the right to live without fear. But Russia may have underestimated something far greater than firepower: Ukraine's will to survive. And in the rubble of Kyiv, that will is burning brighter than ever.